This week is kind of really what I would call a week of retracement or pullbacks, and you guys will understand exactly why. Good morning, traders. Welcome back to Timisoara. I'm starting the morning sitting on a bench right in front of the church, which is amazing. It's wonderful. Take a look at that once again. It's just really beautiful when you see it for real. You guys have to come here for sure at some point. Anyway, plans for today, I think I want to work a little bit more than I did in the past few days. So with those days I've been sick and stuff, and even the past week I didn't work that much. I realized I got distracted from my priorities, the things I have to really work on. So I want to get to work this morning. I think I'll try to find a place to eat and work at the same time, and then go around, as always. Oh, and I want to try something new for today. I want to try to do a weekly review, like some people do here on YouTube. They do it really well. Some of you guys asked for it. I thought I would do it last week, but I didn't really want to do it. I'll try to do it this week, see if it's good, and you guys let me know in the comments below, as always, if you like it or not. But let's go on with the weekly review. Alright guys, so I realized today is already Wednesday, and it's kind of an irony to do this as a weekly review. Instead, take it as a review of the weekly chart, because the weekly review is good once in the beginning of the week, but a review of the weekly chart is good for some sort of time, kind of a long time. So that's really important. I'll go through all the pairs. I'll try to cut short where there's nothing to talk about. This week is kind of really what I would call a week of retracement or pullbacks, and you guys will understand exactly why. So we'll just go with the pairs one by one as I have them in my watch list, and whenever there's a flag I'll explain why there's a flag and stuff. But here's how it goes. AUD CAD. The pair is here. It's been at a major level 0.97 for quite some time. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks now, and it's just doing nothing there. So I am waiting for a bounce off that zone for sure. And if we go on the daily chart, here's where it's going to be important to look for more setup. Daily chart, forward chart, and possibly 1 hour chart if you want to trade that. Okay, so I see that it's been bouncing a little bit, but we have no significant move to take a trade on any time frame. Go on the forward chart, it's the same thing. Go on the 1 hour chart, same thing as well. Okay, none of the setup I would look for technically. So that's about it for the pair. AUD JPY is doing the same thing. Okay, so it went to the zone 82 and pushed back up a little bit. Now here's where I talk about a kind of pullback or retracement week. It's because we have all these kind of moves that happened a little bit in the past, but we are to a point where we have to see, are these moves gonna kind of extend? So it's been pulling back, it's gonna extend and go back up, or is it gonna fall back down? Okay, so we can trade those pullbacks if we know how to trade them, and as certainly we'll trade them on lower time frame. But it's a week where you don't look at move at big zones, but more a continuation at those big zones. Okay, this is a perfect example, and I'll show you guys many other after. So we've been at that zone 82, okay, bouncing a little bit. We came back here, bouncing a little bit again, but no setup for me. And the forward chart, it's pretty much the same. 1 hour chart, we had no setup there yet. This is the type of place where you could look for a trade on the 1 hour chart on these Bollinger Band extremes, okay, with the potential pullback. And those are gonna work pretty well sometimes because of the fact that we already had the first bounce. It's just gonna be a continuation and going further into the tendency or the trend that started out before, which is really good. AUD is doing something different. So like the first pair, AUD CAD, it's reaching a major level here, 1.08, where we're gonna see if we're gonna fall back down or push higher. And if we're gonna push higher, I'm not gonna trade for sure. But if we're gonna fall back down, and this is where we had a very good potential setup last week. That was actually a forward chart, if I'm not mistaken. Something like this, yeah. And that's where I got sick. So, but there was no setup, which is a very good thing. And we just went higher. Okay, so I didn't miss anything there. AUD SGD, I don't trade the pair really. I just have it on my watch list for no reason watching it. AUD USD is doing the same thing we talked about before. See, well, this one is kind of, it reached a level before. We did not have a significant move yet. Although we kind of have this big wick here. If we look on the daily chart, we didn't have any setup for me there. Forward chart is the same thing. So we had kind of a move already at the zone. We might look for a continuation trade with the trend. That's pretty much what happens. CAD CHF is doing something similar like all the other pairs. Let's just go here. Reaching a major zone, no significant move so far. This is one that's kind of approaching the zone. And actually, let me just draw a thing right here. Kind of between two zones, we have a 100 pip range right there. But as you can see, it's been bouncing a lot in the past. Major zone, really, really major. And that's going to be something to look for sure. And as you guys might have noticed so far, all the pairs that are flagged are those at major levels. Okay, the ones that are not flagged, they're doing random stuff. And I don't want to trade them. But the ones that are flagged are those I want to trade. And we talked about that earlier in other videos and stuff. So I won't talk about it too much. But that's the principle. Euro AUD. This is kind of a pair I don't really like what it's doing right now. It's kind of at a major zone on the weekly chart. But just pulling back and making higher highs for the longest time. Okay, so we'll see if we reverse on lower time frame at some point. If we have the setup we're looking for. But it's been a long time, like a couple of weeks, it's been in the same range. This is like a long time. And it didn't do much. So we'll have to see if it's going to change or not. But yeah, no setup so far. I'm still flagging it, although I was tempted to deflag it and remove the flag earlier today. But because of the fact that it's so close to the zone, I'll still watch. And be a little bit more careful, just a little bit more careful. Euro CAD, well this is completely not out of zone, okay, hence why it's not flagged. And that's something I'll trade. Let's skip it because it's, yeah, nothing to show here. Euro GBP. This is a pair that's been in the pullback mode. To reach the zone, push higher. I didn't take the trade because for me the reward to risk was too tight. And I just didn't feel for it. And then if you go on lower time frame, we didn't have any setup, okay, so. But since we had this first bounce, I'll basically look for kind of a continuation in the direction we're hoping to get to. Okay, which is against this zone right here, 0.87. EURGPY is doing something random, and that's why it's not flagged. We're not going to trade that. Euro USD, not trading it for sure too. This is interesting. Might reach this place right here, and that might be a good place to trade it if it goes back to 1.17. Okay, major level in the past. So I'll wait for that, but in the meantime, I won't trade the pair. GBP CAD reaching this level right here, 1.74. And yeah, that's a major level. Couple of stitches in the past and might come back. We'll see what it does here, but it's quite at the zone now. So I'll go in the forward chart or even the daily chart. See what's happening here. This, we won't have any stuff on the daily chart for sure. Forward chart, it's, yeah, not yet unless we go back to the lower band. It's going to take a few days. And 1 hour chart, we might have a setup, but it's pretty tight. JPCHF at this zone here in a retracement zone once again. We bounced off the level. We had no setup to enter. We did have one of the daily chart I realized, but this is going back a couple of weeks ago. And I don't think I've traded that. Probably not. We could go now on lower time frame. Okay, that's what I think. GBP, JPY, it's between two zones, and it's not too clear. Hence why it's not flagged here. I won't trade that. Like, whenever I don't like how things look and it's not clear enough to me, I just don't trade. I just skip it. It's easier like this and you protect your risk. So why risk trading if your setup are not likely to occur or not likely to be profitable? JPNZD is reaching a major level here, 1.96. And I'm looking for something, but it's been kind of ranging and consolidating for some time. We'll see if we get something on the lower time frame, but I would doubt it. Then JPUSD is at this major level here, 1.38. And it's a cool level because we kind of have this upturn in the past. We're coming back to retest the level. So I'll do the same thing, go on low time frame, see if I can trade that or not. But this is like really tight. This is not what you want to trade ideally. And the 1 hour chart, let's take a look. This could be good to trade. So we'll look at potential setup on the lower band here and the daily chart as well. But this is going to be unlikely because we would have to go all the way down here to hit the lower band and come back. So NZD CAD, no major level. Let's take a look at that. Between two zones once again. Not going to trade that. S&P I don't trade. USD CAD is at this level right here. It's kind of an intermediary zone, okay, between two major kind of levels. 1.29. We had this first move. We'll see if it continues again. and that's where I'll look for a continuation setup. Okay, so we had nothing on the daily chart, nothing on the 60-minute chart even, and 4-hour chart, nothing there. The cool thing about this one is kind of how it looks, so it's kind of easy to reach the 4-hour chart band, which would be here, and fall back down. That's a good option. And the 1-hour chart is pretty much close to it, so we could reverse there if the market wanted to, which is a good place to trade for sure. I'll be looking at this one closely because it's close to levels. USD, Norwegian krone, and OK. Not something I trade, just put it there for fun to look at a few weeks ago, and that's just there in the meantime. I'll look at USD SJD though, because it's doing something similar to USD CAD most of the time, and now it's reaching a major level. Let's take a look at that on the weekly chart. Okay, we went there, push to the downside a little bit with this wick. And I'm still hoping for something on the lower time frame. See, we're at the band right here, which would be a great way to take a trade. We'll just see what price does and then act accordingly. Hope that review was useful. It's been a long time. Hope you guys like it. Comment below and let me know your thought about this. If you want to see more of those, less of those. I don't think I'll do more of those if you guys don't like them, for sure. But comment below and let's get back outside. Welcome back. So now we can go on with the journey. Couple of hours later, back outside, and the weather changed to something pretty cold. I feel bad, but it's like 24 degrees Celsius. It's not supposed to be cold, but it really feels cold. The biggest part of the work is done, so time to go explore a little bit. Right from there, I came across something pretty interesting. It's an old mosque. As you can see, you know something is old when it doesn't look like the real thing. And so, but this is a mosque. They talk about the history and stuff. Built a long time ago, and it was transferred to a church, and then they destroyed it after some time. But these are probably the ruins or something. Interesting. I have no clue where I got to, but it's pretty cool. First off, there's a big traffic jam in front, but there's kind of this thing around at the back, which is pretty cool, and they've built some store in there. It's a cool environment, but there's not much to do here. It's just looks cool, but that's it. After this quick city tour, back to work. Alright guys, and as I was walking home, I thought I would conclude the video today. It's been a good day of work, less of the travel part, so I didn't really travel. I hope you guys still like this quick tour of the city in Timisoara. Give a like if you enjoyed the video today, and I'll catch you here tomorrow. And how about you help me decide? Porto in Portugal or Prague in Czech Republic? Comment below and I want to know for sure. I'll catch you tomorrow. Ciao.